On our attention to Tata Steel, which will be declaring numbers today. Nigel, run us through the expectations.
Well, we are looking at the consolidated numbers. Then on the top line itself, we're likely to see a growth of close to around 3.5% approximately. In terms of operating profit, well, they look very, very good. In fact, it should come in higher by a good 200 to 300%. Margins as well will expand a goodish bit. Remember, it's coming on a very low base, so these numbers will look very good. And they'll report a profit that compares with the loss. Remember, in the same quarter last year, the margins were absolutely dismal, and also there was an exceptional item of around 600-700 crores. But that's where all the unimportant numbers end. Now let's focus on the numbers that you should actually be looking at. In terms of their India business, remember they've been wrapping up their Kalinganagar facility. So there, in fact, we have seen good sales volumes. In fact, it's come in higher by more than 25%. Even in terms of realizations, they have increased prices on a sequential basis by around 3.5 to around 4,000 rupees. So that as well is what will help their top line. And in fact, on the EBITDA per ton mark, if you just take a look at it on a sequential basis as well, there should be some kind of improvement. Even on a year-on-year basis, that'll improve. Why is that? That's because, in fact, of an improved cost structure, as well as the higher volumes. Secondly, steel price hikes that have been taken, that will offset any kind of increase in coking coal prices. And also, for Tata Steel, remember, some part of their domestic requirement is met captively. That's the domestic coal requirement. Roughly around 30 to around 35% of their domestic coal requirement is met captively. So that's what will help them. And maybe they're sitting on some low-cost inventory as well. So that's what will help the EBITDA per ton for the domestic business. In addition to all of this, the ferrochrome prices have moved higher. Normally, it's a very small portion of their business, but now, in fact, in the past, from a loss, it's become a profit, and this time it will contribute even more. Shifting focus to Europe, then over there, in fact, the realizations as well as the margins should take a bit of a hit because steel spreads have corrected. That's on the back of, in fact, a higher raw material cost. They're not integrated. So EBITDA per ton will come crashing down to around $45 per ton. That will be down by close to around 34% on a sequential basis, though on a year-on-year basis. In fact, it'll look quite good. Watch out for these set of numbers. We'll be getting you the expectations all through the day. Back to you.